What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So, as I made my last video, there were a couple of questions asking me like how I got to a point where I was comfortable with the 50x leverage trade that I was doing on Jasmy coin. How am I up 2,000 plus, almost 3,000% on Jasmy coin without having to risk a crazy amount of money, right? Because if you can find these banger plays that end up making you a boatload of money, then those little bit that you're risking, if you have the right strategy, could work out for you and you can invest 10 times over and still end up making a massive profit in the end. So I want to talk about this and what I decided and why I decided to make a move on Jasmy coin at that level. So just be to be frank, I know there's some people that don't like when I talk about Margex, but honestly, I really, really like the platform. Like I get a kickback from people that do sign up, which is great. That's the whole deal with the partnership. But I love the platform and the things that they offer, the charting, the investing, the lower fees, the transferring, the converting, right? The simple ways to do all of these things that you wouldn't be able to do in any other platform. And that's why I continue to talk about it. So I'm sorry if I like a platform so much that I continue to talk about it. But let's talk about why I'm up 2,700 plus percent. It might even be whatever you see at within the video. It might be 2,800, maybe 2,900. You never know, or it might come back down. But the point is that I'm up 2,000 plus percent on this play because I made the right move at the right time. So let's talk about that. Guys, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below for Twitter, for Patreon, as well as my link at the top of the description for Margex. Now, we know that Jasmy coin has run a little bit. It's currently up 19% in the last 7 days. We're seeing it at 2.3, almost 2.4 cents. If we look at the last day, it's up by, I believe, 12%. And we're seeing it at about a $1.2 billion market cap with $140 million worth of volume, an 11 or 12% volume to market cap ratio, which is great. But with that being said, you can see what my overall crypto balance is within there. But the questions came more for what's over here, right? I hold a lot of positions and I leverage trade a lot of positions. I don't leverage trade more than 10x in most cases. There's no other instance to where I've leverage traded more than like a 5 or 10x leverage on anything besides Jasmy coin. So when I showed this, people were always asking me, how are you up that much? How did you decide to make that move? Did you make any mistakes beforehand? And the short answer to that is yes, I did make mistakes beforehand. I did lose money in Jasmy coin beforehand, but I'm up 2,759% at right now on this play because of the fact that I found the right time to invest. And you may make mistakes, you can make those mistakes, but as long as you learn from those mistakes and you're able to grow and you're able to invest at the right time, you can do it. So what I do to typically make these moves, what I do to typically find these plays is one, I find ones that I like, the ones that I believe are going to run in the end. Because most crypto is going to make a move, so you want to find the ones that you believe in the most and that you are following the most. Because if you're just investing into something willy-nilly, you're just going to put it to the side and let it grow or let it do whatever it's going to do. You're not really going to pay attention to it. But in these scenarios, you have to pay attention to it. So the first thing that I wanted to do was understand if this wasn't investable at the time. I saw it was up, or I saw it was down at that point. It was down by like 25% at that time. Let me go ahead and zoom out a little bit. But I saw it was down by like 25% at the time. It was down quite a bit. You saw it go from like over here all the way down to here. It found a way to instantly drop down to these low levels. And I was like, all right, seeing those touch points, this is going to be a significant level. So I was like, if we find the ability to get down to those levels, that's where I will invest. So I was waiting for it to get to that point, and then I would be able to invest heavily into this play, knowing that this is kind of setting up, honestly, a little bit of a bull flag scenario where you look at it from like a 10,000, 100,000 foot view. You're seeing it like, okay, it's skyrocketed, it's now level, and it's going to skyrocket again. And that's what I was hoping for, as you did see these low levels. So when we saw everything that started to come back, I said, if it gets down to this level, this is where I will invest. And you can see here how you have that double touch point and even a triple touch point and even a quadruple touch point at the actual bottom price, the starting price here. You can see that this is a strong, strong level. So once I saw that, I was like, this is not only grounds to invest into a play, this is grounds to kind of take a risk and invest at a higher leverage play at those levels. Because when you see that many touch points, when you see that much support, that shows that it now has a very, very, very strong support. There are other ones where you will see 2 touch points, 3 touch points. But if you could see a level of 4 touch points, and not only the wicks, but also in the starting price and how it absolutely skyrocketed from there, like that's what I'm looking for, right? These are the absolute bottom prices. Those are the body of the candlestick is not the absolute bottom, but it shows the strength and how much it did build. And from this level, it shows that it has a build where it's actually, I was even blind to this. It's not only 4 touch points, it's 5 touch points. So you have multiple levels where I'm like, okay, if it finds a way to get down to that point, which I believe it will, that's when I will make that investment. So you can see I made that investment exactly at that point, and I said to myself, should I do a 25x leverage? No. Should I do a 50x leverage? Yes. Should I risk a lot on this play? I was like, maybe not. I already risked, $100 and another $100 before that, and I lost money on that. So I got getting completely liquidated. So I was like, let me not risk that. Let me go ahead and get all my money back that I can get back, plus getting back the money that I'm investing here. So I decided to go all in, or go in with $60 worth of Matic. And then once it got to a certain point, I collected $250 of my investment, which now that I think about it, I'm still $10 short of what my ultimate invested amount was. But still, I collected everything that I've invested from previous as well as to today. And now I'm sitting at a good spot where I can be comfortable with exactly the growth level that we could see. And as we saw that move up, I had conviction. I believe that it was going to find a way to continue on that uptrend and not have a double touch point, because when you're investing at 50x leverage, you have 1% of a difference. If it falls by 1%, you get liquidated completely. Or sorry, 2%. If it falls by 2%, you get liquidated completely. If you're doing 100x leverage and it falls by 1%, you then get liquidated completely. When you're doing a 5x leverage, you have 20% of a gap, right? So you have a lot more of a gap. You do a 10x leverage, you have like 10% of a gap. So the point is, the lower the leverage, the less risk you actually have. The higher the leverage, the more risk you're putting into. If that goes the opposite way, you lose absolutely everything you put in there. So me saying, should I put in $100 or $400 or whatever, I was like, maybe I should just risk the Matic, because I can't really transfer that or convert it or do anything. Now I can. I couldn't then. And it gave me the opportunity to invest into something with all of the Matic that I had there. And now you can see, if I go back to my position, I have 26.5 Matic that I invested into this play. And right now I'm looking at an $56 worth of a gain, or 2,600, 2,700% overall. Obviously you can't see that. I didn't bring that up on the screen, but I have 26.5 Matic, $854 and 2,600, or almost $2,700, or 2,700% worth of a gain. So that's how I was able to make that decision. I made sure that I did my research into it. And if you guys are looking for the right play, don't just go into Margex thinking you're going to just buy up everything, right? Because you have to find the right opportunity for you. You have to make sure that you understand leverage trading, or understand at least trading in general, and then you can make that move in there. But I just wanted to let people know of how I'm up 2,000+%. Like, I made that move based off of weeks and weeks of research and seeing certain levels and getting alerts when it hits certain levels. These are the type of gains that you get when you do the research. If you don't do the research, you don't get these type of gains. You may get lucky, but it won't happen often. So anyways, guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more of these videos. Also, again, check out my link for Margex if you guys are interested in it. I do get a kickback, so it does help out with growth and supporting me. So I appreciate that a lot. I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. My nose is kind of clogging up from the allergies, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.